Hi guys, I'm Donna Frasca and welcome to Mornings with a Medium. Now I want to chat about, well, mediumship, connection with the other side just for a brief, few moments. I've been doing this for so long, but every day I learn something new or just discover how easy it is to connect to the other side. All right, so the past 18 months, I've had 6 people pass away in my family. That's a lot. The most recent being my 95-year-old dad just last June. I was his caregiver in my home. And it's not easy, but being a medium, I process it a little bit differently. My husband is super worried about me. He's like, I don't know how you do it. Six people, your family members passed away. How you doing? I'm like, I'm okay. There's days when it's awful, but then there's days, like I'm going to describe to you, that just make me feel so much better. So I talk to my dad constantly in spirit. And I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, okay, am I just being crazy talking to myself, or is my dad really here with me? Are our loved ones really here with me? Let me just back up for a second. I saw a movie recently, an old one with Robin Williams in it, and he dies and he's trying to connect with his wife who's still alive, whatever it is. And there's one scene where they're in a room and his wife is sitting at a table, with paper. I guess she was going to write some kind of letter or something, grieving. And he was right next to her in spirit. Of course, she couldn't see him, but maybe she sensed that he was there. But he was talking to her saying, I'm still here. Can't you see me? Can't you feel me? I still exist. And when he said, I still exist on TV, I'm like, okay, that touched a note. And he kept repeating to her, I still exist. I still exist. And he was saying it right to her face. And she like closed her eyes and she picked up her pencil and she just wrote, I still exist. And it got me thinking, I mean, do they still exist on the other side? We as mediums, we connect to the other side, but where is the other side exactly? Nobody knows. And I don't care what kind of medium you are, no one's going to 100% know until you're dead, and then you can't convey to anybody. However, mediums, we connect with people on the other side through whatever link, and in different ways. It's different for each medium. But my question is, if they still exist, where are they? Where are our loved ones? Here? Is my dad right here? Okay, so what I did about a week ago, I wanted to know the answer to this question. So I picked up my cards, regular playing cards, which I love. I mean, must be the gypsy in me, because that's what I started with, just doing readings with regular playing cards. And it's very accurate. Cartomancy, I think it's called. Anyway, so I have these cards in my hand. And so I'm saying to myself, okay, Dad, if you still exist, if my family members who left this earth in the past 18 months, if you guys still exist and you're here, I need you to prove it to me. Okay. So what I want you to do, talking to my dad, said, so what I want you to do is show me a card with hearts on it. I'm going to randomly pull a card from my deck, and I want you to show me a card, and it could be any card that has hearts on it. Okay, so the chances of pulling cards that have hearts on it in a deck are, I don't know what the odds are, but there's quite a few hearts in there. Okay. But still, I wanted specifically for him to show me this card. So I shuffled, pulled a card, and it was 5 of clubs or something silly. I'm like, great, that was a fail. But as a medium, I said, now wait a minute, what does this feel like to me? Because part of being a medium is being able to connect to people on the other side. So right away, I got a feeling of, haha, I'm joking. I'm like, okay, so I started laughing. I'm like, okay, Dad, really funny, but this is not a time for fun and games. I'm asking you a very serious question because I'm a little bit upset. So again, I'm going to pull a card and I want you to show me King of Hearts. Come on, I'm grieving. This is a crappy situation for me. Let me know you're still here. Let me know you still exist. I need to know now. So look at the deck. I'm like, okay, Dad, show me hearts. The next card I pulled over was hearts indeed, but it not only was a card that had hearts on it, it was the King of Hearts. So, I mean, it was not 5 of hearts, 2 of hearts, 7 of hearts, some random card. It was King of Hearts, Dad being the king. And I had a chuckle because I'm like, you know what, Dad, that would be just like you because, Dad thought a lot of himself, sorry, Dad, but, little ego. So for him to choose the King of Hearts was his way of letting me know that he still exists because it wasn't regular to some bullcrap card with hearts on it. It was the king. Would have been funny if it was queen because then I'd be like, okay, that's funny, but not accurate. But King of Hearts. So, and I do random tests like this constantly, and I need to stop because how many times am I going to ask my loved ones, are you still here? Another example, before I get going, I was out and about, going for a walk and by myself, and I'm like, okay, loved ones, my dad in particular, because we really had a lot in common, with all this woo-woo. I said, okay, Dad, based on the card that I pulled the other day, I know you're still with me, but can you just show me another sign? And I'm not going to ask anymore because there's just been so many signs when I say, give me a sign, that I know you're probably getting annoyed and how many more signs do I need? But just for giggles, can you just show me one more sign that not only you, but my family is around me all the time or when I need you guys? Please show me a sign. Okay, I need that. So during my walk in the woods, I was up in my mountain cabin, my Shangri-La, my house of magic. And I just closed my eyes briefly and I heard a rustling in the woods. And I opened my eyes and one deer just ran by. And that's unusual because usually they herd, but just one deer just ran by. I'm like, okay, I'm done. This is amazing. I'm not going to ask again because I know that, our family members are always with us. We can't necessarily see them unless you're clairvoyant. Several times I physically saw my dad next to me or my mom or a family member, which was kind of cool. And or heard, not with my physical ear once in a while, but more with my spiritual ear. I would hear a conversation, which was kind of cool. But I know they're here. And the last week or so, ever since I pulled the King of Hearts, just about every other night, there has been a past family member that appears in my dream. So that's another way of them saying, yes, I'm still here. And it's really cool. What's not so cool is that, we can no longer physically hug them. But on some level, some amazing level, we know that they are still here because we can feel them, we can sense them, and we have those coincidences when we pull a card or say, show me a sign. So yeah, on some level, that's amazing, but nothing like a physical hug, right? But we do with what we have, right? All right. So anyway, that's my amazing story. That's what's been happening the last couple weeks. And I don't know, guys, I've been doing this mediumship stuff for a long time, and just every day it's something more amazing, more reassuring. And I hope that I can give you some, I don't know what the word is, comfort, knowing that you too can connect with your loved ones in this way. Try pulling cards, or say, show me a sign and see what happens. All right, guys. So that's it. Thank you for joining me with Mornings with a Medium. Life gets more amazing every day. Bye-bye.